Hey everyone, welcome back to another lunch video. You guys loved the last one that I did so much. I thought, you know what? I'm going to share my lunches for this week too. Now, this is just for the beginning of the week, and then I'll kind of reset and make a few more meals for Wednesday. And this is just for me. My husband can take him to work if he wants to too, but I plan on making him some lunches later this day. The first thing that you saw me doing, I was just shopping my pantry. I had gotten some groceries the day before, but also was using up some things I had on hand and some pantry staples that I always have. And for lunchbox number 2, we're making a bento box with veggies, some kumquats. I was so happy that they were still at Trader Joe's. I got like 3 or 4 bags of them to snack on this week. A lot of you said you also are obsessed with them, and then so many of you told me that you can't find them at your Trader Joe's. They are by the berries. I don't know if that helps you or not. So the first thing I'm going to share with you here is the breakfast cookies that I love to make, but they are so perfect for a bento box, and I was just really craving them. This is also my last really hard training week before my marathon. So my goal this week was just to have a lot of color and a lot of really nourishing foods. I feel like I get in ruts by eating a lot of beige food, just noodles and potatoes and just like beige stuff. I don't know. Oatmeal, it's also beige. But I just love these cookies so much, and I thought they would be great for like a bento box. I am making 2 lunches, and then I'll have 2 lunches every single day. I share with you guys all the time that I do work really long days throughout the week. So I have like 2 or 3 lunches. Plus, I'll share with you some snacks that I'm taking with me too, just to kind of give you some more ideas. So these cookies are super easy. It's usually about 1 cup of oats per 1 banana. But since I had frozen bananas, I just kind of guesstimated. And really, all you're looking for is for them to roll into a nice sticky ball. Perfect. You can just leave them like this if you want to too and kind of make like an energy bite, but they're so good when you bake them with the cinnamon and a couple chocolate chips. These are dairy-free chocolate chips that my friend got me when she was in Utah, and they are so good. I don't think there's a better chocolate chip out there, and she gets them at like a bulk food store, I think. I'm actually not sure. I don't know. They come in a huge bag, so I just assume it's a bulk store. Anyways, this always makes about 12 cookies, and it's roughly about 3 bananas and 3 cups of oats. It's so easy. You can do any kind of flavor profile you want if you want to do chocolate or nuts or fruit. I mean, so good. And then I just smash them down a little bit and add about 3 chocolate chips. If you're like me and sometimes you just need something sweet after a meal, I feel like this is perfect. So I am doing like a lighter lunch that's more snacky style, and then I'm going to do a bigger lunch as well. And it'll just be perfect for this week. So these cookies you do bake at 350 for about 12 minutes. If you want them softer, bake them for about 10 minutes. If you want them even crunchier, try about 14. But everybody's oven bakes really differently. Plus, everyone likes their cookies differently. So 350, anywhere between 10 and 14 minutes, and you'll have the perfect cookie just depending on what you really like. I feel like these cookies are also really great for littles lunch boxes. If you have little kids, it's kind of like a banana bread cookie. And again, you can add anything that they may really, really like to it. So they turned out perfect. And I was listening to this Morgan Wallen EDM mix. I'm obsessed with it. When they took country and put it with EDM, I was like, yes, they heard me. No. Anyways, I have to do a little dance off in my kitchen always and show you these perfect cookies. And if you aren't someone who wants to do chocolate chips for lunch, again, you could just do a different fruit. So I'm just going to rinse off my veggies really quickly. And I just picked whatever sounded good when I was at Trader Joe's the other day. Things that I know will go really good in a bento box. If you didn't see my last video that I put up on Saturday for simple meals when you don't feel like cooking, I made a bento box in that one. And I was like, now I want those for lunch next week. Typical me. I feel like I'm always gravitating off of things that I've already made. And here, all I'm doing, just to kind of, if you guys haven't had kumquats before, is I'm just taking off the little ends. And a kumquat is kind of like a lemon married an orange, like a baby orange, like a clementine or a mandarin. They're very sweet and sour, and they remind me kind of like of if a Sour Patch Kid was a fruit. And I believe that the kumquat trees are from Florida. Thanks to all of you guys who let me know. I'm so jealous that you have kumquat trees in your yard. Like, what? That sounds amazing. Anyways, I feel like this is a very bright and colorful bento box. And then I went ahead and just added some red pepper hummus that I had on hand. I was going to grab some hummus when I was at Trader Joe's the other day. Totally forgot. But that's okay. You could also do like a nut butter if you wanted to in here. I mean, this you have a million different ways that you could go with this. And then I am using these little containers. I like to use these, and I just reuse them over and over. I'll just like wash them out. But another way that the reason that I use these is because if my husband is to take this to work, he has to have clear containers, and that's the only way he can get a sauce in the door. So we always make sure we have those on hand. And if he doesn't bring them home, I don't really care. But it's just simple. And then for me, I bring them home and I just rinse them out really quick and reuse them. So, I mean, I could get the glass ones on Amazon, but I haven't done that yet. So anyways, here's the beginning of the box, and then I just added the cookies to it. So here is the next idea, and I did mashed sweet potatoes with broccoli. And since I am running a lot, I have to make sure that my higher fiber meals are really in the middle of the day, just because I don't want a lot of fiber after a workout, and I don't want a lot of fiber before a workout. And typically I run in the mornings, and so I've been having my higher fiber meals in the middle of the day. Mashed sweet potatoes were such a great way to switch things up this week. I was originally just going to do roasted broccoli with roasted sweet potatoes, but I was like, you know what? I kind of need to change it up. Speaking of changing it up, if you guys need some awesome meal ideas, I just launched a brand new ebook, 50 low budget plant based meal ideas. Thank you so much to those who have already purchased. You will find everything needed in the description box if you want to make a purchase. But I just want to quickly say, if you are someone who has purchased an ebook from me in the past, please check your email before purchasing, because I did send you a special access code so that way you can get a phenomenal discount. But you can go ahead and purchase this ebook down below. There's a discount code for all of you. Make sure you check it out, and happy cooking to you all. I really put a lot of time and effort into this ebook by making it in categories for main ingredients, because that is how I like to organize my own kitchen. And I also put some extras in there for some sauces and just fun stuff, and it should give you a lot of ideas. You can also find a lot of my recipes linked down below on my blog if you want to check it out. But I just thought doing another ebook would give you a great way to kind of keep everything organized and together if you wanted to, so you weren't constantly searching for recipes, because obviously they're all over. They're on YouTube. I put some on Instagram. I put some on my blog. But it would just give you a great way to have everything right there, and you can download it to your Kindle if you want to. You can download it to your phone, completely up to you. It's instant downloadable. Again, all the directions are down below if you want to check it out. You can purchase one if you like. Thank you so much to those who have purchased, and thank you if you decide to make a purchase. It means a lot to me. Okay, back to the mashed sweet potatoes. They were so good. I added a little bit of sea salt and a little bit of cinnamon. If you can't do salt because you're on a salt-free diet, that's totally fine. You could omit it or use something else. You could do sweeter, savory sweet potatoes, completely up to you. But I did add a little bit of salt because I do need it in my diet. I get this question all the time, but someone like me who is very, very active, I am sweating a lot, I'm losing a lot of electrolytes, and then I am drinking a lot of water and eating a lot of carbs. Salt helps those nutrients from the carbs help go in the bloodstream, so they break down in glucose. So anyways, if it's like there's a lot of science behind it, I'm not going to explain it, but basically I'm sweating a lot, I'm getting rid of a lot of electrolytes, and I need salt back in my diet so that way my body can digest its food. Here is the beautiful roasted broccoli, and I decided to do a lemon pepper seasoning on the top. I did this a while back and I remember it being so good, so I decided to do that again just to kind of really give a lot of flavor to my meals this week. And as you can see, I just made 4 of these and 3 of the bento boxes. Again, it's not for the entire week, and this way if my husband doesn't want to take something to work, he can. The one in the black dish he cannot take to work because it is something that is not in a clear container. And also this sunflower seed butter on top of the mashed potatoes, so delicious. Okay, so here I'm sharing with you just a couple of snacks that I like to take with me to have throughout the day. These Go Macro bars are so good. I've recently been getting them at Sprouts, and they also have the mini size ones as well. They're the Macro Kids bar, but basically it's the same. It's just different flavors and a lot smaller. They're really good. They're 100% whole food plant-based, and they're a little bit higher in fat because they do have some sort of nut included in each one. And then this is the complete cookie bar. It's like a little brownie, and I really like it. It's gluten-free and dairy-free, and it comes from Target. So just some ideas in case you are wondering what I snack on throughout the day, you know. And then another idea that I always have with me in my bag because it's super easy to take with me is rice cakes and almond butter. And I just grabbed these the other day at Trader Joe's. I don't know if they'll be any good, but we'll see. Next week, stop back in to see what I am making with these chickpeas. I'm really excited to share with you next week's video. So make sure you're subscribed and you tune in next week for that. Bye-bye.